Welcome to the Where's the Finish podcast. We are three runners talking to our friends, sharing stories about running, training, life, and asking the essential question, where's the finish? WTF.
Everybody, welcome to Where's the Finish podcast. I'm Shae.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Joe.
And we are very excited to talk to the one and only Stacey Miller. And of course, her coach, our coach, who also just ran this weekend, Brian Frain.
Hey, everybody.
So, for those not aware, Disney Marathon was recently, and everybody on the planet, it seems, was there.
Yeah, it was a fucking endeavor.
It was huge. Man, what a mess of people.
I mean, it was the second largest thing I've ever seen.
I don't want to know.
You guys remember that one time we went to the
Caliente
Bandera?
We're not talking about the guy at the Caliente Bandera again.
All right, moving on.
Your favorite weekly topic.
Yeah.
So, Stacey, you have kind of been on the show before,
Yeah.
but not really. We didn't really get into your running history. So, where in the world did you start running to where you decided you were going to do
Dopey.
the Dopey challenge?
Yeah.
Craziness.
Okay.
So I remember, I started running. And so this is my wife, y'all, by the way. So it's not just Miller because she has the same name. We have it by marriage.
Default.
By default. I say default because it's not always default for some people.
No, it's not. It's not. 28, going on 28 years.
28 years
Congratulations.
of craziness. I can't believe. Listen, y'all listen to this shenanigans on this podcast. She lives with it.
Oh, fuck.
All the time, full time.
I'm so
Bless her heart. Well, she must be a tough gal if she's to survive that long with me.
True statement.
I kind of took up the gauntlet with running in the household first. And I don't know that Stacey had ever been a runner. I mean, in fact, I think I tried to get her to go hiking with me a few times, and she would like trip over her own feet, and if there was a route, she would find it.
Sure enough. I trip over my own feet now.
And it took some coaxing because I was out running a lot with Marion County Runs at the time, a group I was starting to get involved in, and I'm like, hey, Stacey, you got to come, hang out with us. You come to one of the Wednesday nights and eat dinner, and she kind of put it off. Finally, she did, but I had signed up for the Kimberly Center race.
Yeah, Kimberly Center, the
5K for children.
One of the coolest medals ever that I've
is,
never run that race, but it's a cool medal.
Yeah, and I had torn my pec and had surgery, and I had already signed up for this race, and I wasn't able to run it because I couldn't do anything, but I didn't want to lose the money, and I did want to go because I really enjoyed it the year before I think I did it. And I asked Stacey if she would come with me and if we could just walk it. My doctor said I could walk, but I had my arm up in a sling. And so she agreed to come walk it with me. And that was Stacey's very first 5K.
And I've always been a fast walker.
Now, what year was this in?
2022.
22,
I think it was April 2022.
So Joe was starting to run, and I was always sitting on the couch. And I was tired of sitting on the couch.
Wait a second. You also like to lay by the pool.
I love my pool. So he was just going out, and I was just tired of sitting. And I don't like to mingle because I'm kind of...
Are you saying you're an introvert?
Sometimes I am until I meet people.
Oh, okay.
And then she's a nut like the rest of us.
And then I come out of my shell.
Okay.
So I started with the walking fast with the group and starting to meet people. And then we went on this first race together. Well, they only said they had enough.
Which race was it? Do you know?
It was the one we just
Kimberly
mentioned.
Oh, the
Kimberly
same one.
Kimberly.
Oh, the same race. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they said they only had enough medals for 200 participants.
But there was 300 there or something.
Like,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
So only the first 200 were going to get a medal.
Oh, I hate that.
So we were halfway through, and I told Joe he needed to get his ass in gear because I was going to get him. I was going to get a medal. and he could only walk at a certain pace, and
I still can only walk at a certain pace.
That's true. Yes.
and we were going to get a medal, and I told him to hijack it into gear, and he did.
Yeah.
So
I was almost running. I was
Oh.
almost running, trying to keep up with her when she was walking. I swear she was walking maybe like a 14-minute pace because we finished that thing in like 40 minutes.
That's good. Yeah.
You got the medal?
sure enough,
Okay, good. You didn't have to like. I was gonna ask if you had to like fight somebody for it, if there weren't
Yeah.
any
no,
left.
no.
Oh, I was going to say Black Friday moms, going after that TV.
So,
how
Give me
many-
that Nintendo Switch.
when I'm going to get a medal, I'm going to get a medal.
What place did you get? Do you remember?
Um,
I'm curious, just because to see if you were like 197.
Oh no. She was
no,
like
no,
half.
no.
She was like half of the pack.
okay.
Mid pack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Walking mid pack, and she's still like that. Like
Yeah.
she'll make a wonderful ultra runner because she can power walk like nobody's business. I can't. If Brian was coaching me, he'd be telling me to walk more probably.
Yeah, and those were in Hey Dudes.
And Hey Dude.
And Hey Dudes. And my Hey Dudes. Yeah, I never owned any sneakers. That if they were not fashionable, I didn't.
Not
wear
even
'em.
just fashionable. She was cheap, y'all.
I was cheap.
She would get shoes from the Payless, the Walmart, the Goodwill, the yard sale, whatever. She didn't care as long as she didn't pay much for them.
Yep.
Yeah. How's that changed now?
Ooh.
Tell them about the first time you went and bought a pair of running shoes.
So my very first pair were the On Clouds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
On Clouds. What an interesting brand.
Yeah.
Yes. And I thought those were marvelous
Until.
until I ran in them.
Ah, yes.
I went from the walking to the running, and woo,
She about had a panic attack though, spending like $150 on a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
I did.
I could see that. I have a panic attack too when I see that. And I walk into Peter
Like
like
the
Peter.
sticker shock.
I was like, I just bought a pair of shoes today, actually, and I went and saw Peter, and I'm like, oh, Peter, these are so expensive.
But we had a Saucony shoe demo a couple months later, and she was hooked.
Oh,
And now Brian knows the only pair of shoes I wear are Sauconys.
nice.
That's all she wrote for me.
The endorphin speed. Yeah, I think it's the
think so.
endorphin.
Yeah, those are good shoes. Yeah.
Now, did you wear, just out of curiosity, did you wear the same exact pair of shoes every day for the different races?
for the
this last
Dopey?
I only have 2 pair now,
Oh, okay.
and yes, I did.
Rotated.
She's actually retired a few pairs of shoes. I'm very proud of her.
That's a hard thing to do.
Spend all that
Very-
money and then
oh my
retire them.
I
Yeah.
retired them all, and so I now have just 2 pairs of shoes.
So how do you guys determine when it's time to retire your shoes? See, I used to track mileage.
I
used
still
to be-
track mileage.
I used to be so diligent in Strava tracking mileage on my shoes. And then like one time I forgot to add a couple new pairs of shoes and then it was just over.
So I, when my body hurts, that's when I throw them away.
I can usually, so I track the time, but mileage, but I can usually tell. I mean, like it kind of coincides. The mileage brand varies, but like New Balance 1080 used to be my favorite shoe, 50 miles and them things, and they're done. I'm not buying them anymore because I just wear them out too fast.
That's how I was with those Topoceptors.
Yeah.
They just destroyed them.
But Stacey, we didn't go way back, but she's been an athlete. What'd
you do? What'd you do
Although
in high
she
school?
just ran, but she was very competitive and did some high level athletic stuff.
Like what? What'd you do?
I was a figure skater when I was.
A figure skater? That's fucking cool.
I was.
You were Michelle Kwan.
I was getting ready to say that. Were you
Michelle Kwan.
I,
Is your touchstone Michelle Kwan also for figure skating?
Yeah, it's
everybody's
Michelle Kwan. Yeah. Or what's the one that like stabbed the lady?
Nancy Kerrigan and
Yeah.
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Yes.
still gets really excited around the Olympics and stuff.
Yeah, I was.
Did you play? Did you do collegiately or did you do that?
I had a. I was a couple skater.
A what?
I
Couple.
was couples.
Oh.
I was a couple skater.
Did Joe skate with you?
No,
No.
I couldn't hang with her.
And then after that, I went into speed skating,
Shit.
and then
That's fun.
I kind of retired from that for a long, long time.
When's the last time you did it?
Competitively?
No,
I
just.
was in junior high school.
When's the last time you've done it? Like at all? Skated?
Whoa.
Well, we were in Beckley, and then I skated.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the same.
Not the same.
But when I met her, she had skater's legs. Like she had them big muscular thighs. It was
Speaking, my God. Okay, I got to interrupt this because I got to tell you or I will forget. So at the race this weekend that I was at, going up this hill, and this girl comes back behind me. She's probably like 5'2", 5'3", maybe 120. So she's very slim. Fucking Joe calves. Small. Imagine
That's so funny.
Stacy with fucking Joe calves, and I'm like, and this girl's just tearing up this hill, and I'm like,
that's why she can run up that hill
it
like
was
that.
insane.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say she does CrossFit.
I don't know. She didn't have the upper body of CrossFit. She just had the fucking.
But she's
Joe
doing a
calves.
lot of mountain terrain and hills and that. I mean, this crap you guys ran this week. I've seen pictures.
That's
It's
fucking stupid.
But you
got it done, though.
But Stacy, she's short. She 5'1",
5.
and she had just these nice, big old thick thighs.
Tell me more,
I
dude.
loved it. I'm still thinking about them thighs. Yeah,
Chicken wings, thighs.
chicken wings, hot dogs, and bologna.
So what else, Stacy?
So then I was hooked, I guess, after that. I just kept going.
Have you thought about doing roller derby?
No, you're not going to push me down.
I'm not
No,
pushing
you never
down.
did. You were
No.
never roller derby curious.
No, no.
If you had been, we could have met like 10 years ago.
But I wasn't here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
was
you
in
guys
a-
were.
yeah.
Oh, you guys would have skated up there. Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you don't want to mess around with those West Virginia girls.
no. They probably would have had no teeth anyway. So.
God damn it, Stacy.
now.
Hey, you know how we know that the toothbrush was invented in West Virginia, don't you? Because if it was done anywhere else, it'd be called a teeth brush.
God damn it, Joe.
I have another one that I'm going to use at another point in time. Not this episode, but.
So
I just love that Emily is so innocent with her goddamn it joke. Makes me so
it softens things up quite a
Yes.
bit, doesn't
It
it?
does. It does.
So yeah, I mean, so you did that 5K with me, but then I think it was like the turkey trot was your next 5K. It was a while. It was a couple months later because I don't think you were hooked on running yet. You were just walking at that point still.
Yeah.
And at that, I remember at that turkey trot, our cousin Rochelle, who's been on the podcast
Yep.
with us, went with you, and you guys
We did.
were planning to walk, but then y'all went out and did something else.
We ran. Oh, I just lost my phone. That's what happened.
You did what?
I lost my phone.
So-
like literally at the start, my phone fell out of my pocket.
She was so worried about her gear, what she was running in, and securing this phone in the right place, and then she get going down the road and lost her phone.
right at the start line.
But
And
Dar-
then I had to run back and get my phone. And then somebody had already picked it up. And I was like, oh, shit, where's my phone? And blah, blah, blah. And then Rochelle was waiting for me at the half-mile mark. And
Well, Darren De Torres was the race director for
Yeah.
that race. I don't know if he still is, but he was that year. And so he recognized Stacy from being around me, and he got the phone and was able to return it to us at the end of the
Nice.
race.
That's nice,
Yeah.
Darren.
Yeah.
Darren's a good dude.
he
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So what in the world made you want to run this Dopey challenge? Like, what did you get
So
to that?
tell us what the Dopey challenge is, first of all.
Well, the Dopey Challenge is a 4-day wake up, buck ass, morning.
Buck-ass naked?
The crack of
I was going
dawn.
to say, well, you do wear your PJs.
Oh, okay, all right. Brian, please elaborate. Were you
Yep.
buck-ass naked as well?
Always.
Brian, you've done Dopey before, right?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many
This
times
is
have
the
you done
third
Dopey?
time
Oh,
I've
third
done
time.
Third time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, she went metal crazy for a while though after the turkey trot. So she did a ton of like 5Ks.
Yeah, every 5K there was.
And then we trained. I trained with her for her first 10K, and she did I was going to go to Asheville and do the Asheville half marathon, and they had a 10K version, and she's like, I think I could do the 10K. She'd only done 5Ks at that point. I'm like, yeah, I think you could do it. And so we was training, was getting ready, and I dropped down to the 10K so I could go with her, and she killed it. I mean, she did really good on her first, and that was a mountain race. A lot of elevation in that.
And I was really proud of myself.
So I think at that point, for me, looking back, I think that's when Stacey really got hooked on running and looking at pushing harder, because she was doing some 5Ks, and at that point she was just kind of figuring out how to run.
Yeah.
You know, but when she did that 10K, I think that was the thing that she realized, hey, I can train. It was the first time she had trained for anything. You know, she had a training plan, she followed it, and she did well. I think that was because it was shortly thereafter.
I did a Gasparillo.
Yeah, I think it wasn't
15K.
that far after that you actually started working with Brian. I don't think it was.
I think so. Yeah, it was right, not too far after that.
Not too far after.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was I with you with Gasparillo?
I don't think so.
I don't
'cause
think
remember,
so.
You did the
Yeah, I think it was right
15K,
after that.
and then
Yeah.
you wish you'd done the half
Yeah,
marathon.
and that was
Yeah.
right after
Yeah,
that.
because you hadn't done the half marathon yet, and you didn't start working with him until probably after we did the half marathon
Yeah,
together.
I was like,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we spoke and you had just done a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we
I
probably
did
spent
my
the
urban.
because we probably spent the time like extolling
Brian,
the virtues.
Brian.
Yes.
So yeah, I remember now. You were wanting to train for a half after that. We trained you for Gasparilla, and
I was really
and you were really
so-
nervous about it. So you decided to do the 15K instead of the half.
And so when I did Gasparillo, I signed up for the 15K, which is the 9 miler. And after I finished the 15K, I was really upset with myself because I think it was all on my head, and I really wished that I had done the half marathon. So right after that weekend, I came home. I told Shae,
Let's do the painted horse.
yep, and she was freaking amazing. She did this urban course for me, and we did 14.3 or 14.5
Yeah. I remember.
miles that day.
I think I showed up for part of that run.
Nah, I don't think so. I
Pretty sure I did.
don't think you showed up.
Kevin,
with
the water cheerleader.
Pretty sure I was the water boy that
The
day.
water boy and the music boy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you were there though.
And I took pictures. I broke shoulder that day. Remember?
Yeah,
My
I
shoulder
know.
was all broke.
I know.
Yeah, it was like a week or so after.
Like
Yeah.
a week after.
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah.
broke shoulder, all slinged up, running. That doesn't sound like me at all.
No, but that was. I even told Shae, it was like, even though like the day after I was driving to work that Monday, even going down Silver Springs Boulevard, I even texted her, and I said those memories that day. It was pretty amazing for me, and I did more than just the half. I did more,
Yep.
and it meant a lot to me.
Yeah. And we were the white trash.
The
what was-
white trash and the
There was
hooker,
some-
the
there was
white
some, like-
white hooker.
No, it was the white. Wait, some lady saw us on the street and she's like, "What's this? A white trash reunion?"
Yeah, that's
And
what-
it's like we're just out there running, and it's like I literally am wearing $1,500 in
yes.
stupid running gear.
All of us with this expensive gear.
Well,
on, but
I-
we're
That's
still
what I
white
always
trash.
find so
We're
funny.
still white
It's like-
trash.
I did see this same woman downtown, y'all, later, and
Yes,
she was
you did.
talking to herself, so she was way out in left field. I mean, she
What's
was.
wrong with talking to yourself?
Well, she was because she was talking back.
Oh.
You know, I mean, like she was having a full blown conversation.
I talk to myself all the time, Dale.
She was, yeah, but
I talk back to you. I'm sorry. Like I will, and the worst thing is like, because I do it so often that sometimes I forget that people can notice me talking to myself, especially when I'm at the grocery store. I'm like, oh, I need to do this. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And yes.
so you really are the crazy cat lady.
Yes.
She's also now the crazy snake.
I'm also the crazy snake
Oh,
lady.
tell us about your snake.
Yeah, so I got a cute little corn snake, and her name is Bubblegum, and she is the cutest thing on the planet. And I did her second feeding today.
cutest thing.
Third.
There's many cute things. There are many cute things on the planet. A Bubblegum is one of them.
Okay.
She's the cutest little snake on
So
the
why'd
planet.
you call her Bubblegum?
Because she's pink.
Oh,
She's pink like bubblegum. So
have you tasted her?
what?
That's
Does she taste like snake?
that's weird.
You've had her crawling all around your face. And,
She did.
Because I've been watching pictures that you posted this snake.
Yes.
And you let her go anywhere.
Yeah, she just. Well, I mean, she just goes. I'm not letting her go everywhere.
Don't make a weird joke.
You have a little control there, huh?
She's so warm. I'm warm and she's so cold, and so she just like snuggles up on my shoulder.
What prompted you to buy a bubble gum?
I've been wanting a snake for a really long time, and it's like, I have cats, can't have a snake. And then finally, at my brother's wedding, there was a snake there. And I was, just an outside snake. And I was like, I want a snake. I want it. I've been wanting a snake for a very long time. So it was just like, okay, I'm getting a snake. That's happening.
They can be little ninjas. So we got like a locking lid and all that.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
locking lid.
Yeah.
Yep. And I had to set up a camera in my bedroom. Not to get weird with it. I put a camera.
Yeah.
Had to.
No, that's
You
not the
want
right
this
button.
one?
Yeah, that's we have a button for that.
I put a camera in my bedroom because
So what
I'm
is your handle
super-
on OnlyFans?
Crazy Snake Lady, $4.69 at OnlyFans.com.
42069. No, so my big worry is the cats are gonna fuck with her.
Yeah.
And so,
Or she's going to fuck them.
well, no, she's tiny.
She's a
She's
baby-
a
it's a
tiny
baby
little.
She
She's
won't
a
stay
tiny
little.
little noodle.
Yeah.
No,
That's the thing,
she
they
won't.
grow.
Yeah, so probably in about a year or two, she'll be at least 3 or 4 feet long. But I had to put a camera into the room so then I could have it pointed at her to make sure that her light is on. The cats aren't jumping up there. So
far, so good.
so far, so good. Although now, as of this last weekend, as of Monday, all of the cats have now realized she exists.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you attach like a water gun to the camera?
And
you
it
can,
squirt them.
Squirt like
Get a remote control.
you know, have you seen those
Yes.
air freshener things that they have in the bathrooms? Like, and it like
Yeah.
squirts
Yes.
a little thing.
This is actually a great idea. Honestly, Starling hates liquid cat deterrent, aka
Yeah.
water in a spray hose.
Yeah.
Well, you can get like a mister and attach it to the cage. When they get close, it just mists them automatically. And then it increases your humidity level for your snake.
Oh,
anyhow.
fuck. That's a great idea, Joe.
There you go.
That's not bad.
God damn, Joe, you actually had a good idea.
I used to keep snakes. Stacy hated it.
You had a snake?
kind of
What'd you?
snake?
And iguanas.
No, I had
lizard.
I had a monitor. I had a Savannah monitor, and it was a cool little chunky monkey.
When did you have the Savannah monitor?
Oh, it was
Asheville.
many years.
What was his
How
name?
old was
25 years ago.
your child?
Babies.
Okay. Did you name your child after the type of
No, I did
type of-
not.
Okay.
I did not.
I was trying to get
Baby-
there because
baby-
his daughter's
baby-
name is Savannah.
Baby came first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just thought Savannah monitors were really cool, and they're also the most docile of
I'm so
monitor
glad
lizards.
they died.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, Stacy. Jesus.
It got. I think it
Froze
gave.
to death.
No, it,
Stacy.
the Nile, the Savannah
snakes
monitor,
did.
the snakes did. So we were poor, and it got cold, and the power went out.
I will remember you.
Yeah, and they went bye
They
bye.
did. I
Will
was so
you
happy.
remember me?
So one of the reasons I also have that camera on there so that I can make sure the light goes. The light's on, and then when the sun sets, the daylight turns off, and then the heat light on the side of the tank turns on.
Yeah. So Stacy did the half marathon painted horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
The half marathon version of the painted horse.
Yes.
Uh,
we call it urban.
The highlight race. And I guess at some point in there she decided, because we were starting to run a lot more, or she was starting to run with the groups also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And started running with some other folks and found out about the Dopey.
The Dopey.
And so she got hooked up into the Dopey and realized she needed a coach to get her to that. I think was what
Yes.
took her to Brian. So Brian, how was it coaching Stacy?
She is a troublemaker.
He is a pain. No, I'm just kidding.
She is.
So I think when I was on WTF over the summer, I went on a slight tangent about how most people that are runners don't understand how truly athletic they are, because their whole lives they've been telling themselves that they're not athletic, right? And I would definitely put Stacy in that camp. Like hearing the story about the half marathon and dropping to the 15K, like that tracks 100% as what I saw through coaching is somebody that is exponentially more capable than she thought she was, but just needs to see and do it for herself. You know what I mean? So like when Stacey texted me when she finished the marathon, it was like, OMG, I did it! Exclamation point. I was like, yeah, of course you did it. Like, the only person that ever had a doubt was you. All the rest of us knew you were going to be just fine.
Yeah.
But that's why we have community, right? Because the community helps lift you up. Because if you are just on your own, right, and you're sitting there thinking about it, that's what happens, right? People decide, I was going to do the Dopey, but I'm only ready for the half, or whatever the case may be. You need that community. You need all of us collectively to make sure you understand that you can do it. Mm-hmm. And now you know, right? Like, we had the conversation, what was that, like 2 weeks before the marathon, where you were talking, about how you had a little bit of trouble getting long runs in and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I reminded you, like,
when I had COVID.
Yeah. And like, you did an ultra in September. And you were like, no, it wasn't in September. I was like, yeah, man, you ran 31 miles 2 months ago. Like, you don't have shit to worry about. So
let's fucking go.
Well, and you look at the people that are running the Disney, they're there as a vacation. I've heard it told that if you are racing Disney, you're doing it wrong. And I think, matter of fact, it probably, some people did do the Dopey challenge was the first time they run a marathon during the middle of a Dopey challenge, like, Stacey, and you just said apparently that's what you did too.
That was my first marathon too.
And I guess the first time you go out, you're concerned about, finishing that marathon. I think doing something like the Dopey challenge would probably be a lot more fun the second go around when you're not quite so, if you went and did it again, But Stacey has an opinion about how many times she's going to do Dopey.
But that weather and...
Oh, it was cold. It was so cold.
It was brutal.
Brian, how cold was it?
Brian, was it so cold? Did you freeze too?
So, all right. I am a northerner, and like, it was when I left my house to go to work today, it was 4 degrees. Right?
I think you're missing like a 7 in front of that, like, or a 6.
I wish. So the 5K, the 10K, Thursday and Friday, it was like in the, let's say, mid-30s around race time. And I was shorts and a T-shirt.
Oh, idiot.
And that for me, that was okay. Obviously, you're cold before, after the race is over, you get on the bus, you go back to the resort, you're cold getting off the bus, that sort of thing. But for actually running, it wasn't that bad. And then Saturday for the half marathon, we had that lovely little monsoon that blew through, which Saturday was actually the warmest day of the 3. But of course, it's 40-mile-an-hour winds and raining when the race starts.
That's perfect.
And Sunday was allegedly a very nice day, but I was cold as fuck that entire time. Like, and again, I'm shorts and
I was sweating.
I was so goddamn cold that whole race, and I don't know.
You adapted to Florida like a fish to water.
Yeah.
Welcome. You're now a Floridian. You've been christened.
So when Kevin and I kind of snuck in and didn't tell anyone where we were going, or tell this one, Stacey, that we were going. And as I'm waiting out there at the finish line for her, I actually got sunburned on my face. My face was like red from standing out there without a hat on.
It was sunny on Sunday for sure, but like I wasn't surprised because, so like I said, I've done this 3 times. I did it in 2015, then I did it in 2020, and then this year. And 2015, I remember you just, like, when you're from Wisconsin, you just assume you're going to Florida, even in January, it's going to be 70 degrees. So I didn't bring any sort of like long sleeve shirt because, why would you, right? And so I remember, like, I had to use the race shirts because they give you long sleeve shirts, as your race shirts. I had to use those first couple days. And then in 2020, I don't remember if it was the 5K or the 10K, there was a wind chill advisory like that morning. But then by the time Sunday rolled around for the marathon in 2020, that was the year, if you were towards the back of the race,
you got cut off.
Like,
because it was like 85 degrees or something.
Yeah. Because it was like dangerous.
Because it was hot?
Yeah.
So Stacey,
fuck outta
you
here.
know the Blizzard Beach parking lot
Yeah.
where you went in and did that square.
Yeah.
They just cut that parking lot off. So there was a point where they just coned it off. So if you were running, so there was that parking lot, but in 2020 you also went into the park, into Blizzard Beach. So total it was like 2 miles, and they just fucking coned it off, and you just stayed on that road.
Huh.
So there was a lot of people that actually ran 24 miles that year instead of 26 because there were like 70 people that collapsed in that parking lot because it was so hot, and just, it's a fucking parking lot at noon on a hot day in Florida. So
And then somebody, I guess, for the full, the half-mile marker, like, went down.
This
Oh, wow.
weekend. Huh.
What I thought was really interesting is the amount of people, because Joe and I were at the finish for a very, very long time waiting for everybody to come through. And it was so shocking to me to see how wrecked people were.
Oh, they
coming
look
across the
so
finish.
trashed.
Oh, like they were fucking like this.
Dying.
They're dying. Like this is 1,000 miles that they ran. I'm like, what? I mean, I get it's a marathon, right? I understand that, but
That's the pinnacle of achievement for a lot of people.
it is. It really
It
is.
really is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes.
But like they
I
just were
didn't-
so wrecked. So wrecked. I just couldn't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we look at things from the ultra standpoint anymore,
Yeah.
and we're thinking about we're adding on miles at the end. We get bonus miles at the
Well,
end of
here's
the
the
race.
thing. When we're doing ultras, we're usually doing it at a nice chill pace.
Yeah.
A lot of people, even though they're
running
trying,
their butt off.
trying to
Yeah.
run.
they're going to have their goals. They're also, several of them are going to make sure they want to stop for the pictures. And so they want, there's all
Yeah.
those different competing things they want to do. But I mean, still for, if it was your first marathon, it's your first actual official marathon. Like
I mean, I remember my first marathon. It fucking sucked.
marathons is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, and like I had a boss one time who, like I said that classic, like, oh, I'm just doing a marathon this weekend or whatever. And my boss was like, you forget, because everybody in your circle does the shit that you do.
Yeah.
You forget how fucking weird it is to go out and just run a marathon on a Saturday.
Yeah,
like
and
nothing
say
to do
just
with
a
what you're
marathon.
doing.
Or somebody says, I'm just doing, like this last week, and somebody's like, I'm just doing the 50K. I'm like, a 50K is still a long fucking way. Like,
Every Tuesday, Thursday, we have this little huddle. I work virtually, so all of my teammates get together in a meeting, and we just kind of just talk about what we're doing. And,
Well, that sounds great. That sounds like not working at all.
It's really good information sharing time.
Oh, okay.
And the boss puts out things that they want us to know for the week or whatever. And I mentioned that I was running doing a 100-mile race this weekend, and the draws that just dropped out of these, because I don't talk about it as much with them as like maybe you do with your coworkers.
Yeah, they know. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it is kind of stupid to think about someone running 100 miles, which I don't plan on doing a whole 100 miles.
Oh, you're
this
gonna do
weekend,
it.
by the way.
I don't,
you
even like
need
to,
to
I don't
fucking
even like to
plan
drive that far.
You need a plan to do it, bro. Make it happen. Let's fucking go.
But I really felt good.
Now you looked great coming out of there.
Yeah,
It took you forever to come see us, though. You were like dilly-dallying over there,
when
ducking
Melanie
around.
said that you guys were there, I'm like, I'm calling my husband.
And I didn't know that you knew, because I didn't know how you would know.
Because Melanie gave me my medal. She
Yeah.
gave me
Yeah,
my
so
challenge.
previous, friends of the show, Melanie and Ryan, they were out there
Yeah.
working the Disney marathon.
And they were both there, and they both gave me my hugs, and I
Nice.
started crying there. And then,
How weird is it so you go to the Disney marathon and you know somebody at the finish line? How weird
yeah,
is
well,
that?
I saw her at the half too.
Oh, okay.
And I cut in front of a bunch of people because I was on the right hand side. She was on the left giving out water. And I cut in front of everybody just to go see her and give her a hug. So I knew that they were out there. And then to finish my marathon, and she's the one that gives me my medal.
That's exciting.
It was pretty
Fantastic.
emotional. And then for her to tell me that you guys were there. And then I'm trying to call up my husband when I get my drop bag.
And I won't answer because I don't know she knows that I'm there.
Yeah. So
I
Good
can
surprise.
see. I can see her. So we're at the reunion area, and there's like these tractor trailers backed in with like gear drop, and she's picking up her gear, and she's picked it up. I can see that she's grabbed it, and she's taking off her vest. She's setting stuff down. She's just standing there.
She's
pulling out her phone. I'm like, you're supposed to come to the reunion area, but she's hanging out at the gear drop.
Well, I'm talking to this lady every day. I've had the same gear lady help me.
What was her name?
I have no idea.
You talk to her every day? You don't know her name?
No.
How dare
But
Stacey.
she helped me every day with my gear. And she's like, just put your stuff on the table. Just relax. And she was so helpful.
So
And
we're standing there with somebody else that we know through the pod, and we're like, hey, can you call Stacey?
It's Alicia.
Yeah. And say, can you call Stacey and just don't tell her that I'm here or anything. Just say you can see her. She needs to come over to you. So she called you because she had your phone in your hand. She's like, come over here with us.
I don't think I ever got that phone call.
No, yeah, you did. You
did.
answered. You're
You
like,
did.
okay,
Did I?
I'm headed
You
that
answered,
way.
and
We heard you.
then you started heading our direction.
Oh.
But you stood there probably 15 minutes.
I don't remember.
So what was your finish time for this marathon for you?
It was 6:32
32?
That's
running, but it was 6:15
Moving time.
moving time.
Yeah. So taking out the character stops and stuff. Yeah.
So the bathroom breaks. I waited till I got into the park to use the bathrooms. So
Oh, that's smart.
yeah, I was not using the freaking porta potties.
Can you not just pee in the road?
No.
There was a beautiful army of porta potties though. It was glorious.
There was a beautiful army of porta potties.
I loved
Like
it.
that.
They had as many porta potties at the finish line as they had people, I swear.
Yeah.
I went over to use the bathroom. I went to the furthest ones away. Like they had like a row closed and like a little U-shaped row. And I went as far away to the ones, and I don't think anyone had used the one that I went to.
You went into a fresh. Oh, there's nothing like a fresh
It
porta
was
potty.
clean. I'm like, wow.
You go into a porta potty and it smells good. You're like, what is this?
Yeah, it's a freaking porta. It was wonderful.
Yeah, so when I learned the course and I learned where they were, and then you could actually use the ones that were in the park, I'm like, screw that. I'm using the ones in the park. I can wait. So the longer times, that's when I actually waited in the line, and I didn't give a shit.
Did you leave a shit or did you?
No.
So I don't know if we ever actually said it, but the Dopey challenge is a 5K on Thursday, a 10K on Friday, a half marathon on Saturday, and a full marathon on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And every one of these races start at the butt crack of dawn. So you have to get up and be in line to start the race at either 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
They start, so this,
you had to, and they closed the line.
This gentleman over here, I got lucky.
We know there's an interesting story here.
We heard there was a story that happened with you.
See, I got lucky. I don't know how I got lucky, but there were corrals. And for the 5 and the 10K, I was in corral A.
Apparently a very coveted starting position.
And this gentleman over here is also in corral A.
Oh, you both got corral A. Oh, cool.
Yeah, but he's special.
Oh, yeah. Stacey told us that there's something special.
We'll let him tell his story.
Yeah,
We'll let
he'll
him
tell
tell
you
his
he's
story.
special too, or he's more special. Anyway, so, but for my half and my full, I went to corral D. And I guess that's still a good corral.
How many corrals are there?
It goes to.
I think it goes down to like J.
Really?
Jesus
No.
Christ. So
Not
many
this time.
corrals.
I don't think
That was
this,
a lot.
I don't think this time around. I think
Well,
it
there's
just went
30,000 people in the full marathon.
It went to F.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
still a lot.
Yeah, it went to F.
That's a fucking lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
effing lot. That's an effing lot of people.
Yeah. So I told Brian, I said, I'm not holding anything down.
Oh,
All the food was just going
right,
right
to you.
through me. And so my friend Lisa that I was staying with, she went out to dinner before the full. And I said, you go out. I said, I'm just going to eat my crackers. I'm just going to eat the stuff that I'm used to eating. You go out. I'm staying here. And so Brian said, I don't need you going to the corral 2 hours early. I need you just to go at this time frame and I said, I'll try. I said, but I'm nervous about going by myself because my other friend, she was going to get picked up at a certain time frame. And he said, I don't need you standing out in the cold for 2 hours. You're not eating enough. You don't have anything in your system. And then you're getting ready to do this marathon. I need you to be at the corral at like 3:45 or...
In the morning?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's later that
That's
she was
later.
going.
I was getting there at 2.
AM? Why?
See, because this is the problem, right? Disney does a great job of organizing their races and the logistics. And Joe, like you talked about with like the porta potties, like you're going to get a good Disney experience. But part of that is that they don't want people being late, missing corrals, everything. So like when you look at all the pre-race communications, they blast that shit everywhere about like your corral, the race starts at 5, your corral closes at 4:45, but you should plan on being in your corral 2 hours early. So like you go like at these resorts, you see like 2:30 in the morning, there's a line of people.
Yeah, TSA checkpoint or what?
To take a 10-minute bus ride over to Epcot and then stand in a fucking parking lot for 2 hours.
Fuck off.
I made that mistake the first time I did it. And then you realize, like, no, they say the buses run from 2 till 4:30, right? Like, you don't have to be the first person there. If it's nice out, like in 2020 when it was nice, yeah, you get there a little bit early. It's not a big deal. But like when you're freezing cold and everything else, stay the fuck in the room,
Yeah.
But easy for me to say, right? Because I've been there, I've done it, I know all these things. If you haven't done it before, and suddenly you're reading the race material and you're thinking, shit, what happens if I miss this? You panic. Right?
As somebody, I'm a rule follower, so I would probably stress out. And
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is this race is so difficult to get into, and it's very expensive, because you have to, there's like a magic way you got to hold your mouth, and you got to use the right computer. There's like a ritual around it, whether you're going to get in or not. People like you guys did with Javelina, you be there at a certain time. You got to keep hitting that computer go button until you finally get into the virtual queue to buy your tickets to spend $700 to pay for the race, and that doesn't include your travel, your hotel, your food, your tickets to the parks, your spending money. It really gets expensive, and you don't want to waste money by being late and missing your race. What would the stress of that be? So with all that investment into it, and on top of that, Stacey had coaching and was doing all the training to get to it.
So
So, Brian, tell us about your debacle, your corral debacle.
Well, tell us. I want to go back earlier. Like, Brian, you've been running these things for a while, because you said your first marathon was a Disney marathon, right?
Yep. Yeah. So I did Dopey in 2015, and the culmination was my first marathon. I had done, the classic like local 5K. Oh, this is kind of fun. 10K, half marathon, blah 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 blah. From like late 2013 and then into January 2015 was when I did the first marathon. And I mean, 100%, I was exact same mindset as Stacey, where like, I was thinking like, maybe I need to walk the 5K and the 10K. Like, am I going to be able to finish this marathon? Because again, at the time, you don't realize like, once you're an established runner, right? Like all 4 of you, a big training week would probably be, short run on Thursday, moderate run on Friday, a little bit longer run Saturday, long run Sunday, right? Or, something like that, where you're not going to do 48 miles in 4 days, but you might do 40 miles in 4 days, like just as a normal weekend. Mm-hmm. But when you're new to it, it seems incomprehensible to think about, like, I'm going to do 4 races in 4 days, and each one's going to get longer and everything
48.6 miles. That's an ultra.
Yeah. And so like that in 2015, I was very like, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it super easy, and like all we're going to do is just finish this marathon. And then I went in 2020, this Joe will go all the way back to the beginning. In 2020, I went and like, my goal at the time was like, I want to see if I can like PR my 5K or PR my 10K, that immediately went out the window because you don't think about the fact that like trying to PR a 5K where there's 20,000 people running.
It's not
like,
going to happen.
Even if you start in the front, no fucking way. You know what I mean? So this time for me was a little bit lower stress because I was not thinking about like, oh man, I got to, try and get a great time and everything else. It was more just, I just am doing it because I like doing it. I like going to Disney World. I like running Disney races. And whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? So it was much lower stress, which is, Joe, to your early point, that's how you have to approach these races. They're designed to be fun. They're designed to, take pictures and all that kind of stuff. So fucking do it. Who cares? Like, oh, I ran a slow time or whatever. Like, if you had fun, you won,
Yeah.
That's my motto for every race.
You had fun, you won.
For fun, I won.
Yeah. That's where we all need to get to. So
Yeah, I like that for all my races.
We'll see how you feel on long
I'm
haul.
there for a fun time, not a fast time. Yeah, I like it.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Stacey mentioned that there's, for some reason, you get some preferential treatment in corral picks or something like that with this thing. How in the heck did you pull that?
Well, I don't know if I get preferential treatment. So
You said, you know me? I'm Brian Frain's Pain Train.
I mean, like, are you a cast member at Disney seasonally or something? Or
no. So when you register, they ask if you're going to complete the marathon in less than, it's either I think 5 hours or 5.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
You submit a proof of time from a previous race in the last 12 months, like a lot of races do, and then they place you in your corral based on what your time was. So that was the extent of the preferential treatment.
so you run fast, you got preferential treatment to be fast. Gotcha.
Well, fast, let's say.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like someone told me you ran this marathon in sub 4 hours.
That is incorrect. I was at 403 or 405, I think.
Good. I mean,
Yeah, Scott, we cannot give you credit for doing anything like that.
I'm just saying, Annie did kick your ass.
She did. Annie beat me, but so you want to talk about preferential treatment? Not this year, but in 2020 when we went, she registered, and again, based on proof of time, they like seed you, right? And we go to pick up bibs, and she gives them her name, and they're like, oh, you need to be over there. And we're like, oh, what's that? And there's a big fucking sign that says elite runners. And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
okay. So we go over there, and she picks up her bib, and it's like a different color, and it's got her full name on it. I'm like,
Oh,
you kidding me? That's Annie, she's maybe not as well known in your audience, other than obviously with you, Shae, but yeah, she is a stud, and
Yes.
she went out in this race. It's actually very funny. There's a marathon in Milwaukee, and a friend of hers wanted to run a 3:45. This was September, I think. And Annie was going to pace her to a 3:45, and just one of those days wasn't happening for her friend. So they basically walked the whole thing. And so she went out and she was like, I'd like to just, give it a good hard effort today. And she's like, I'd like to run like a 3:45. And I think if you look at her time, she ran like a 3:45:03.
Yeah.
And like, that's just who she is. Like, I'm going to run a 3:45 today.
and pacing is spot on.
I do want
I don't
to
know how
give
she does it, but
I do want to give her a little bit of a shout out and congratulations because she's got a pretty important race coming up here soon.
she does. She does. She will be running the Western States after
Woo.
8 years. I think she was on 7 or 8 years. She's been trying to get into that race. So,
Wow.
yeah, that's where we'll be at the end of June. Is out in Tahoe. So,
Awesome.
Cool.
So is it all
Yeah.
just focused on building that this year to get the best possible time, or is it just going to be the victory lap of the 8 years worth of work?
victory lap, 100%. I think obviously we have a 1-year-old and everything else, and that has completely flipped everything upside down as far as training and everything else. There was a time when her goal was to go out there and to really make a splash and make a name, but it just getting into that race is impossible, and she's to the point now of just you worked so long and put in so much time and effort that we're just going to go out and do it. And the funny thing about her is that even if she says, well, I'm just going to have fun, she'll still run a phenomenal race because that's just who she is.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not any goal other than to just go out and do it and celebrate the fact that she actually got in for once.
Yeah, when I was watching the lottery and I saw that she got in, I was very excited for you both.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We have one runner from Florida in it this year.
yeah,
One.
that's okay.
That's unbelievable.
We'll watch that one. We'll watch that one runner from Florida.
Yes,
That's fine.
we will.
Okay.
So how did you manage the races this week with a 1-year-old?
Okay.
Okay, nobody could see it, but the face he made was hilarious.
First things first. Tuesday, so we left Wednesday morning. Tuesday night, baby woke up at 11 p.m. and screamed until 4 a.m. Wednesday morning. Just, I don't know if he's got teeth coming through or just growing or whatever, right? Who knows with a 1-year-old. 4 a.m. I told Annie we're not going to Florida because all I could picture was this is what the next 4 days are going to be like. The next 5 days are going to be like. And she was
You were
like,
right.
she's like, I think you're being stupid. So why don't you just relax a little
Again, we
bit
talked
and
about
let-
how expensive it is preparing for these races.
Right, exactly. And like we had Annie's dad was coming with us to watch Alex for the marathon because Annie was only doing the marathon, and I don't say only like ultra only, but like that was the only race she was doing.
Oh, so she didn't do the
so
dopey
we-
challenge.
She did not. No,
Oh,
she
I
just
see.
did the
Okay.
marathon. So we needed somebody to watch Alex at that time.
That's why she was faster than you because she only did the one race.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we'll
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Let's go with
That's
that.
good.
So we get down to Florida, everything, like a sun comes up, cooler heads prevail. And I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. I've already said that I'm not going out here to PR or anything like that. So if the baby's awake all night, so be it, like you're going to be getting up at 3:00 in the morning anyway. So whatever. So that first night he slept better than he's ever slept in his life. Like, well, that's nice. So 5K goes off, no problem. Second night, was more normal. He was up like 3 or 4 different times over the course of the night, but you're running the 10K, no big deal. Friday night going into the half, same thing, like slept so well. Like, I don't think he woke up once. I got up, got all ready. He never moved a muscle, got out of the room. He never moved. So like half marathon was good. So Sunday, he was awake from like midnight till 2:30ish, kind of on and off, and then he dozed off. I got up at 3, started getting ready, and I firmly believe that he knew that we were both leaving and that he was not coming with, because he's sitting up in bed, he's screaming, he's crying, he got so upset that he threw up. We're trying to get ready for the marathon. In my brain, the drop dead time to make it there, like I had to be on a bus by 3:35 to get to the corral by 4:15, which was when the corral closed. That's the goal, is to get there, before the corral closes. It's 3:32. The kid throws up on the floor. Annie and I are like trying to have a very stressful, heated argument with her dad standing right there. So we're both like very zen, but also like boiling angry just at the whole situation. And I'm like, look, I have had the opportunity to do the other 3 races. I'll stay with him. You go do the marathon. She's like, no, you have to do the marathon to finish the Dopey. I don't care if I don't do the marathon. You go and I'll stay with him. And I am like, I have no problem like letting my own shit go so that she can accomplish her things. That's, like when she did Ice Age and Badwater, all that, like I have no problem doing that. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it was the stress or whatever, she said it a second time, you just go. I'm like, fuck it. I grabbed my stuff and walked out the door. I'm like, we're just going to deal with whatever comes next, right? So 3:35, my drop dead time. I get on the bus at 3:34. Door closes. I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. big ass long line of people to get into Epcot security. There's like people that are trying to run past, the security because they're going to miss their corrals. There's cast members that are like, no, man, like the corral's been open since 2. If you're late, that's on you, not on us. So I get to the corral literally 1 minute before it closes.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, okay, we're here, but that's still 15 minutes before the race. So now like you collect yourself a little bit, put my put my headphones in, pull up my phone. Annie says, I just got to Epcot. I'm like, the fuck do you mean you just got to Epcot? So we're texting back and forth. She's like, yeah, like 5 minutes after you left, he calmed down. He stopped crying. Another 5 minutes after that, he fell asleep.
I'm seeing a common denominator here, Brian.
And it's
got to be
right,
you.
Right?
I'm just saying.
It's got to be me. So she got on a bus like 10 minutes after me, got to the race, and got over to the corral. And I'm like, well, corral A is already closed. So like, do you want me to, I'll drop back and I'll meet you like in B or whatever. She's like, no, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. The race starts when the race starts. It's chip time. So even if you're in the last person that starts, you can still run a 4-hour marathon. It's just gun starts when you cross the start line. Right. So I'm like, all right, well, just keep me posted. And then she calls me and she's like, they let me into B, even though B was closed. And so like, it's kind of like a big serpentine. So A is getting ready to go and then B's like walking up. And so I said, well, shit, if you're walking up at the very back of B, there's nobody there. Like, I'll see if I can see you. So I go over to the fence and there she is. And we're chit-chatting a little bit. I'm like, okay, like he fell asleep. Everything was cool. And it was like 3 minutes before the race started. I'm like, why don't you just like, it's just a metal barricade, like just hop the fence and start where you're supposed to start. So she hands me her shit. She hops over, like people looking at us. She's like, I swear to God, I've got an A bib. Like my baby was throwing up this morning. I'm just running late, and everybody's laughing about it or whatever. So yeah, she got into the corral at 4:27. And then the gun went off at 4:30.
Oh, that gives me so much anxiety. Oh God.
Well,
think
it
I need to,
all
like,
worked out.
Get this visual of like what this whole corral is, because I have no context for what a corral is in a race. I
You
don't.
did Space Coast. They had corrals at Space Coast.
Yeah, they had
They had A, B, C,
Oh,
D. They had all the grouping of all the people.
but I
and
thought
you took them.
everybody was in.
No.
you had a
Yeah,
assigned corral.
But nothing like this.
But
a
they are
little
not
different.
they're not as tight on it like say Space Coast.
Yeah,
If I'm
little
if I'm assigned to corral F and I jump into corral A, ain't no one saying anything.
Anybody can say shit to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
maybe the race
Disney's
director.
they got a wall of people at the openings of those corrals checking bibs to make sure that nobody sneaks in.
yeah,
And they literally will check. They want you to raise your shirt up so they can see the letters.
they want to see something.
Yeah,
That's why they
just
ask you to raise your
Raise
shirt
that
up.
shirt up. Yeah. Hey, Stacy, that guy didn't work for Disney. I'm just letting you know, okay?
Let me see your Minnie Mouse.
God damn.
God damn it, Joe.
Funny shit. So, needless to say, you both had a very eventful and successful weekend in your endeavors.
We did.
Right? Did
absolutely.
did any of you guys stop for any pictures with characters? Do you guys do that?
I did on my half when I was with Lisa, but other than that,
Not on the full.
Who'd you stop for?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
So-
A character.
What about you, Brian? Did you stop for any characters?
I did. I stopped for Chewbacca, Darth Vader,
I took a picture of Darth Vader.
Nice.
the bad guy from The Incredibles. I don't remember what his name is. He wears the blue suit.
The brain guy. Yeah.
Played by Jason Lee. That's all I know. Voiced.
I think there was one other one. My rule is that I won't stop and wait for a character, but if there's nobody there and it's somebody like, I had a friend of mine who was like, oh, I heard there's going to be some Star Wars people on course. Like, I'm not necessarily a Star Wars guy, could take it or leave it, but like seeing those 2 Star Wars characters, I'm like, well, shit, that'll be funny. I'll stop and get my picture taken. I'll send it to my friend. So that was my rule, but it has to be nobody in line, and then it has to be somebody I know. Like, there were a handful of like, oh, there's some random like chipmunk looking thing. Like, no fucking idea who that is, you know?
So, were there any like people that had, or like characters that had ridiculously long lines?
for me, it's generally whatever the first character was, because there's a lot of people that, go to these races specifically to get like the character pictures and stuff like that. So when you have that first big wave of people, regardless of who the character was, like whoever is first, even, 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the race, there's already 20 people there. But other than that, I've never really seen like big long lines other than that, but I certainly have seen online and heard people talk about 15, 20 deep at every character once you get a little bit further back in the race.
Hard pass.
So Stacey she brought her medals in, and there's a lot of bling you get with this race. And I asked her, I'm like, you going to hang those things up? She's like, I don't think I will, because it's going to pull my medal hanger off the wall.
Because I already have two that are full.
So what do you do with all that Disney bling you've got, Brian? Oh, wait a minute. Nice. Oh yeah. He's got it up there.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I have no room for the medals. The most recent ones are not up there yet. So I'm gonna probably have to take some old ones down or something. But I am
you
very
just buy
much
another medal hanger. It's problem solved.
Well, that's a great idea.
That's funny shit.
But I'm a medal slut as well. That's one of the reasons I like Disney races, because I like big, gaudy, stupid medals. And Annie, she does not understand it, why I enjoy it so much. But yes,
it's kind of like collecting coins or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. They're cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I've got like a little coin display for all the military coins.
Oh,
Things
yeah,
for military challenge
Oh,
coins.
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of challenge coins I've collected over the
So
years.
not to revert to a previous topic, but you guys mentioned characters and stopping to see characters. I stopped to see a character and got my picture with the character
Yeah,
in the parking lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
he sure did.
Yeah. Anybody want to guess who it was?
I know who it was.
Well, you took the picture.
Was it Joe?
I am a character.
He is a character.
Here's the character. Here, you can show that. It was Lazarus Lake.
Oh, I saw that guy.
Yeah. Yep. I had to get my picture with him because that was pretty awesome.
Only the ultra runners there knew, I'm sure,
Yeah.
who they were looking at.
Yep. Not everybody knew who this guy was, but it was quite entertaining, and I exactly knew who it was.
Yeah. So we'll add that
I
picture.
saw he had that costume on and the hat as well. And when I ran past him, I said, "There's probably like 100 people here who know what this costume is." But really kicks ass.
Yeah, he did an amazing job with it. He really
But I'm
did.
pretty stoked. I actually had Jeff Galloway sign my bibs.
Nice.
He signed both my
cool.
bibs.
Yeah, so we talked about
Yes.
Jeffing a lot on
Jeffing,
here.
yeah,
So Stacey
so-
actually got to meet Mr. Galloway
Yes.
himself.
And I told him that he's been talked about several times on the podcast. And
Did you listen to the pod?
Yeah, but I told him about it, and I told him about you.
God damn it, Jeff.
And I forgot to bring my bibs in, but they are signed by him.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Cool.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
So I think the impression was, Brian, a couple weeks ago, is that when Stacey was done with this race, that she might not need a coach anymore, but she does still need a coach.
Yeah.
He knows that.
He does now.
The peer pressure party.
So what's your big training goal for this year now, Stacey?
I'm not going on a hiking adventure anytime soon in October.
Yeah, you
We're
are.
going on an adventure. So Stacey signed up to do the Javelina 100K.
Let's fucking go.
When she found out that she could get a belt buckle, she said, "I want a belt buckle."
Yeah,
She'll end up with one before me if I'm not careful.
You're gonna get it, honey. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
So it looks like we've got you on the books for the next year.
Yep. Love it.
So I hope you're
Love it,
okay
love
with
it.
that.
I was really happy. I think it was Susan text me first, and she was like, signed up for Javelina, and
yeah.
so did everybody else.
Who's everybody else?
What exactly does that mean? And I was like, oh, well, she was not kidding.
Yeah.
Everybody signed up for Javelina.
Yeah. So
You had a
of
small
your
army.
clients,
Yes.
me, Kevin, Stacy, Tiffany, Susan.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
of,
it.
That's
yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Quote,
Of the
unquote.
people you coach,
Yeah.
Right.
we've all signed up for Javelina.
Well, that day we ended up having a WTF, like a holiday party, Christmas party, New Year's party that day because it got delayed because we all got sick. But So we kind of hyped everybody up, and I think a good portion of our friends.
Yeah, when there was still a dozen spots left for the Halloween 100K, we decided just to buy them all.
Yeah.
Hit them.
So it looks like there's a big trip to Arizona in our future.
Yes, we're gonna have a fun time. It's gonna be epic.
So I must say though, you might have to start prescribing her some trail runs,
and hills.
and some hills.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So
You know what's coming.
So
I do.
We got some training runs in with her this year. I got some training runs in with her this year leading up to this race, and it was fun. So I'm looking forward to taking her out and showing her some of my favorite trails.
So now I have to buy trail shoes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Brian, you'd mentioned maybe having some runs up in this area. I think there's a run in May, around the first weekend in May, Brian.
Yeah, there's actually a back-to-back. So we have a beer marathon in Gainesville, and then the very next day we have the Caliente Bear Dare.
I think you should come do them both with us, Brian. Come on, Brian.
So first of all, you forget that not only am I the coach of a handful of you, I'm also an avid listener of this podcast. And I remember very well the episode post beer marathon. And all of you clowns talking about how it was the worst thing.
I didn't do that
It's
one.
the best worst time.
That's very fun.
Well, we would love to get you back down here in the spring. If doing the Bear Dare with us will get you here, then we'll do it.
So let's put a pin in that one. I was texting with Kevin afterwards because jokes aside, I really felt terribly that I never got a chance to meet Stacey.
You should.
He's trying to apologize, Stacey.
I'm just teasing.
And and then Kevin, texts, we're at the finish line, and I'm like, fuck. And meanwhile, like Annie's like, we got to get back because we got to relieve my dad and everything. I'm like, we're in Orlando all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But it's hard, obviously, when you're in Orlando to I really felt shitty that I did not get a chance to meet Stacey. And I've met, the Shae and Kevin and Joe when you guys came up here.
Yeah.
So the question I posed to Kevin is, what's a race that I could come down for in the next couple months that like everybody does, everybody's around for, and I'm not coming down to go to Disney. I'm coming down to go by you guys and do one of your events and hang out and spend time and get to know you all. And I think you recommended, I have to look at my text. What was it called? There was two different ones. One of them was a WTF race.
Yeah, the Two Prairies.
Yeah.
Two Prairies.
I happen to know the race director.
Yeah.
Is that you?
And then the other one was probably Skunk.
Yeah, the
Skunk Ape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the Skunk Ape 50 miler and the 100 miler.
Yeah.
And we'll all be there.
No.
And again, we got the Two Prairies 50K coming up.
So we can find something. We throw a dart at a wall. All spring, there's stuff going on. All spring.
I mean, this time of year now until May, June.
Yeah.
Every weekend there's something going on.
I
in
mean, long
Florida.
play's a great option.
Yeah, the 33.
With the Coochie. I think I mentioned that one.
Yeah,
that was the other
that's
one.
the they got the half and the full marathon.
Full marathon. That'd be fun.
Yeah, and that's really close.
Andy just put if you guys are listening to this until the end of the month, Andy just put a discount code WTF for I think 20% off on that.
Yeah,
That race. Yep.
On that race. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But the Two Prairies is, Joe, that's your race.
Yep, March 15th.
That's right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, and listen, if you can make it down to Florida, we have 2 guest rooms.
We do.
Yeah, we do
and
too.
you can bring the kids. They can get in the pool, whatever you want to do, man.
Appreciate that.
It might be a little cold March, but
I'm not to them.
not to you guys. Listen, to kids, they don't feel a thing.
They don't.
In March, the pool could be 70, 65 degrees. They'll still get in. They don't care.
Shit, there was a gaggle of kids in the pool at our Disney resort. When it was,
Yeah, their pools are-
I'm telling you. I
Their
heard
pools are probably heated.
They are.
Yeah.
They are,
Yeah.
But still, you still got to get out.
That's crazy. Well, before we shift gears over to Shae and her amazing adventure this weekend, do we have any closing comments on the Disney stuff?
No.
No?
Yeah.
No, but
You
I
gonna do
think
it
you've
again?
You gonna do it again?
one and done.
Yeah.
One and done.
One and done. Yeah.
We'll ask you again later.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
we'll ask you again later.
We'll ask
Any
you
other
again.
Disney races or just the Dopey is one and done? Because I know Disney has a.
They have
so many
a,
races.
they have a lot of races,
have a lot.
and I monitor all my friends are posting on Facebook and stuff. And Stacy did comment on Lisa's race if she was looking for someone to guide her.
She found someone, but you
But
know.
you were contemplating it though.
Yeah,
I saw
already
you
I did.
contemplating
It was
it.
already in April, but I'm just, for right now, the way that I feel, I know that this is one and done for me.
So many races, so little time.
That's right. That's a true
It's
statement.
a lot.
Well,
Like,
Kevin
again,
and I were just discussing during the race while we were waiting about the logistics and everything that went into it, the money that went into it. Like for that amount of money, we could do some really fantastic races
Yeah.
anywhere in the country.
anywhere. You
that's-
could go just about anywhere.
That's where I would rather do something completely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we could go
Yep,
do some.
and that's why I do it every 5 years, because
Yeah.
it's like I'm good now for a couple years on
Yeah.
dropping $1,000 to do a 50 miler over 4 days.
Yeah.
But what happens is then each year, like you see, like, oh, those are the medals, and like
Yeah, the
a couple years
FOMO.
later, you're like, fuck, I'm ready to do it again.
But in
That's my
5
time
years
now,
from
every
now,
5 years.
your baby's going to be 6 and the perfect age to enjoy Disney.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
The magic will be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Right now, a 1-year-old doesn't give a who about what's going on at Disney, but a 6-year-old will.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
true. Very
So-
true.
So, Shae had a really fantastic race this week.
I love it. Fantastic. It was
Not at Disney World.
fantastic.
it was a magical wonderland out there.
It was
Wow.
a whole magical wonderland of rocks.
Where'd you go, Shae?
So I went to Texas. So I had signed up for, and I just like it, peer pressure got me, right?
Uh-huh.
So Chris Prairie and Jada and Bob and Derek, they all went and did the Bandera 100K last year. And I was like, "Ah, I really want to go to that. It just looks cool. It's got a belt buckle for 100K. It's a gorgeous buckle. And so I was like, I'm going to do that. Well, I signed up, and last month I was feeling so burned out, and it was like, I almost dropped out of Bandera, but I'm like, no, I'm signed up for this. I've got the flight, all the situation. It's already ready to go. I want to do this race. So I was like, okay, I'm going. Then on last Monday, or Monday before the race rather, got an email or got a message that it had moved. So because of the weather at the park, it was moving from Bandera to this place called Camp Eagle. And it instantly was basically Prairie's done this race. I think he's done it almost 10 times.
That's a lot.
He's almost got 1,000 mile or 1,000K on this course. And as soon as he looks at it, he's like, oh, that's going to be harder. And it was.
Oh.
It was so hard.
What was the elevation gain look like?
So it's supposed to be like 3,300 per loop per 50. It's 250K loop. So 3,300 per loop. Ended up being, on my watch, I had 8,000 feet of gain by the end. And then some people had up to like 9,000. So it somewhere between like 8,000 and 9,000 feet was the amount of gain.
That's a lot of up.
It was okay. Yeah. So it took me a really long time, but at one point I was probably in the last like 2-3 miles, I was like, okay, guys, this is it. I'm boycotting up. We are not doing up anymore. We only allow downs. We only allow flats. No more up.
Did that turn out to
No.
be? Oh, okay.
There was still more up. There was so much.
Were you thanking Brian for all the hills and flats he gave you?
Well, no, because I haven't done hills and flats for so long. And so that was the
Right.
thing. Like after Daytona, because I was doing Badger and then Hennepin and then Space Coast Marathon and then I was going to be doing Daytona. So it was like I'd been doing so much flat, and then of course probably after Daytona is when I would have like gotten some climbing legs in more, and then I got sick and just I don't think I've done like any really good hill work since the spring. So
Yeah, it's probably around Salton Sea time.
yeah, and I felt so confident going up those hills, and like I'm at mile 7 of
At
this
least 7.
race. At least 7. I'm at mile 7 of this race, and I'm like, oh my God, my legs are cooked.
At mile 7?
At mile
Oh,
7,
shit.
I was like, well, the one thing that most of the worst climbs, the majority of the climbing, like about 2/3 of the climbing for each loop, is in the first 13 miles.
Oh.
So the first 13 miles were lots of climbing. Then there was a runnable section. And then
I love the air quotes.
Air quotes.
runnable. None of it was runnable. It was so technical. It was just rocks everywhere.
I seen the picture of the rocks. It was just like these little jagged boulders, like little, I don't know, like brick size rocks.
Yeah,
Like,
just
all over the place.
And then like smaller rocks, and like any place that was runnable was uphill. So it's like, oh, this is the most runnable part, but you're still at like a 2 to 3% grade. Yeah, so
blows.
I actually wrote some notes.
Oh, you got show notes?
I got show notes.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Would you like me to read them to you and ask you questions?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do want to say, okay, so like, I peed myself at the very end of this race. I'm going to the bottom of my notes first. I'm going to this part first.
I love how you lead. I peed myself. That's
I
what you
peed
lead
myself. So, okay. So, I was going to the bathroom a lot during the end of the race because I'd been, drinking quite a bit of water and it just starting to just flow through me. And after I finish, I grab my stuff, like my bag from the pavilion area, and then go back to the RV because Prairie rented an RV for us to stay in. And so I'm standing outside the RV, and all of a sudden I'm just like squeezing. I'm like, no, don't pee here. You have to make it to the RV. So I'm like trying to reach over and grab the door to the RV.
And then you can't.
And then I'm just going, and just like right next to the RV. It was like a liter of pee.
It definitely was not
Once it started flowing, she weren't turning it
It
off.
was just, and so then I'm like, oh God, I need to get in there and shower because I'm going to get cold fast because it was like 30 degrees. And yeah, so I just full on just
pissed
myself at the end of the race.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have had an experience similar to, I can't remember what race it was, but I did a race where I had this weird, like the pelvic floor kind of fell out.
So that's
like I had no control of the muscles in the bottom region. Like it just felt like, I felt like I needed to pee. And I couldn't. It was just that constant urge, but I had no control.
So that was something I was worried about because then the next day, or was it? No, was it later that night? I don't know. Either way, like, no, it was in the middle of the night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, I have to pee. And then I didn't make it to the toilet.
You did?
Yeah. So I peed my pants.
Yeah, again?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't make it again.
I did not make it to the toilet.
I wonder if it was the elevation, the climbing. You're using muscles you're not used to using all the time, which includes part of the pelvic floor.
Yeah, apparently my bladder was very exhausted from all of that running.
Well, your bladder was carrying your ass up them hills.
Well, not the bladder; it's the muscles holding everything. Tight.
So that was like a big kind of whoa. So I actually
did you try doing some Kegels?
Well, okay. So here's the thing. I actually set up an appointment with a pelvic floor specialist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is not good. Because like I've always had kind of like when I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a one-off, Shae. I really do.
No, because I can tell you. So
except for whenever you're squatting on the side of the Tampa 100 and you fall into it, then.
But that was a prime example. I had to pee. There was no stopping the peeing.
Once it was coming, it was going.
Yeah.
But I feel like I always have to go, and then I sit down, and then I can't go.
Yeah, I get that, like the sense of urgency. Like I need to go, and
I just want to say that I don't have any of those problems, y'all. I got a whole fucking shitload of problems, but that ain't one.
Going pee is not one of them.
And so I kind of like equated it to something else. Like, before I started running, I played roller derby and I like to roller skate long distances. The first time I ever roller skated 50 miles in one day, as soon as I finished, like I felt such relief, I peed my pants. So like it's at the thing for me.
Maybe you're like
getting checked out.
right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
I was thinking maybe you're a little dog that gets really happy and excited and you just pee.
And I just pee.
Like I'm done. Woo!
I'm so glad I'm done with this race.
And just
Well, there are things you can do to strengthen the pelvic floor.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do.
But I know that's also like it is a big concern for runners.
Well, keep us posted.
too.
But
Yeah.
you know,
The doctor says.
I will say it's not just a female issue.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
so
I have experienced. I experienced that some at Skunk Ape.
and they have methods that men can actually strengthen it too.
Well, you know what they also make for men?
What do they make for men?
make a clamp. They
Oh,
make
what?
a P clamp.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's called a bread tie.
a bread tie.
Yeah, you just
get-
tie your penis in those little twisty bread ties and just twist.
You
it.
know, they do make rings and things.
Yeah.
You know,
No, not that kind of.
That's a different kind of ring.
And there actually is a tool because I was like, what could I do?
All right,
No,
Google
they-
this.
you know,
cock
where
ring.
would it clamp it though to keep it from coming? I mean, I'm just saying.
It's cock ring, bro?
No, it's not.
No.
It's got
gotta
a
be.
special name. It has a special like a Wilkinson's.
No,
clamp.
but I think like I think the pelvic floor tool they have for men is like a rectal thing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I think it's like some type of rectal thing. Yeah, they actually have like special. I was listening to another podcast that I like to listen to, and they had a guest that came in there, and they talked about the pelvic floor and the importance of it and how to strengthen it, and they talked about the need for men to do it too. And there's weird.
It's called the wiener clamp.
no, it's not called the wiener clamp.
This one's studded. Why is that?
It's
For
not
her
studded.
pleasure.
Do you see
No,
it? Look at that.
no. The thing is, no, it's not studded. It's
That
what
is
it is.
studded.
It has measurements on it. You're-
Oh, it does.
so you can get your girth.
Oh my god. Okay, so we got
So
to.
no,
bear
it's-
there.
This is totally a thing.
It's great.
So if you want your girth,
It's See, it's an a male urinary incontinence clamp. This
Yeah.
is the thing. This is a product.
All right.
yeah.
Anyway, so
I was like, why does it have beads on it?
so
It's fucking bedazzled and had numbers.
yes. But anyway, so that's just something like that I've been thinking about of like, okay, I exhausted my muscles. Like I exhausted myself. I exhausted my muscles so much.
I'm sure that's
That it
what
just-
it is. You know,
Yeah.
I probably
you're not doing that before a race. You know, it's only after the race. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's nothing I would think I would worry about much. I mean,
But but hey,
It's still.
do you
definitely, I
do
think-
you do
definitely would
strength
check it out.
training because
well, you know, like
it's like a strength training?
here's
right?
here's the thing that ladies experience, and there's some videos of it, and it's just weird, but
Not in Florida
Oh, what?
anymore.
no, let's just so there's power lifters, female power lifters, and
pee themselves.
Yeah, every time they do like a deadlift, they'll have this.
You can't Google that in Florida anymore, Joe.
Can you not?
No, you didn't see that. You didn't see that the Florida governor banned Pornhub.
I did know.
Yeah, it's banned now.
Wow.
Yeah, you go look it up. It says you can't. You got to like send a copy of your photo ID and shit. It's weird.
Yeah, that's why Google searches for VPNs went up by 1,000%
1,000%.
in Florida.
Yeah, it's so funny.
So you started the front with the end. So
Yes, I know, but I just had to get that out there because
What else you
it's
got
like-
on that list there,
Well,
Shae? I
okay.
mean, fuck, we went right out of the fucking.
I know
gate
we
here.
did. So I
Oh god.
sorry. I just went way out there with it, didn't I? So before the race, like we drove up. It was like 3 hours away from where Prairie lives in Austin. So we drove over there, got the the RV set up, and got checked in. And I'm not gonna say like I'm a like swag queen, but I did this race. It was $220 for this race, and I got a T-shirt.
huh?
Those
That's
stickers?
it.
They have stickers.
Did they have?
I bought stickers.
Did they have the bomb diggity aid stations?
They had very good aid stations, yes.
Maybe that's where you spend it.
But I mean, like a sticker, like just shove me a little sticker. Don't make me
Didn't I
pay
hear
$6 for a little
someone-
sticker.
Yeah.
Was it Kevin was telling me that that you didn't even know the course route had changed until like at the last minute? Like if you'd went by on your own, you would have showed up to the old place and not known where it went.
Actually, maybe because they sent out. In all honesty, yeah, because they sent out the course information. They sent it through their marketing email, not through official race communication email.
Oh, that's a.
So I had to hear about it because Prairie posted about the new course, and so I had no idea. I'm like, "What are you talking about? I didn't get an email."
This is a Hoka race, isn't it?
Well, it's by Tejas Trails. It's sponsored
Yeah.
by Hoka.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like
It's
so
a Western
Hoka's-
States qualifier.
It's yes, as long as you're under 17 hours, it's a states qualifier.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, I would not have known because they didn't send it through their actual race email. They sent it through their marketing email. So if you were getting their marketing emails, you knew. And so then I had to be like, what's going on?
Huh.
See, this is another great example of a race that is like getting ruined by the state's affiliation, right? Like it's always
so
been,
it used to be a golden ticket race, and it's not
right,
anymore.
Exactly.
So they took away the golden ticket from it. So I guess now it's like, I don't know, a little bit different. But yeah, they still had like full on Hoka, picnic tables out there, all these Hoka chairs, these Hoka giant inflatable dildos.
I was gonna say I saw
All
you
the
holding
Hokas
the
out there with the Hoka dildos.
Yeah, all the Hoka
Okay.
dildos.
the Hoka hose out there with the Hoka.
Yeah.
Funny.
So the course was absolutely bonkers. So they've been actually building the Tejas Trails people, because they have had a couple of those races have to relocate there, and they've had races out there. So they had to basically build a new 50K loop. And this thing is the most squiggly, wiggly course you have ever seen in your life. You'll be going by one place, and I'd left the first aid station, and I was about a mile from the first aid station and 4 miles from the second aid station, which it's kind of the same, but it does all this weird squiggly stuff. I can hear the aid station. I can see the aid station. I am 4 miles away from the aid station. It's like, it's right there. It's right there, but I still have 4 miles of ups and downs to get there.
Ugh, that sounds stupid.
That sounds Tampa Bay 100-ish.
I mean,
reminiscent of
but-
the first year.
Yeah, but more miserable.
Except for your rock, what do they call that? Scree? Scree? Is that what they call the rock?
Yeah.
What is it? What?
Scree.
Scree.
Scree, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this another fucking Arizona Prescott?
No, it's a rock
this is an actual
piles.
thing.
It's called a
rock.
scree.
It's a geology term.
It's a geology term.
Fuck. See, I'm glad I'm not a geologist.
I didn't say skeet.
Oh, I was like, skeet, mother.
Yeah.
You're running through some skeet.
No, I was not running. I was falling. It was like trying to carefully pick your way through things.
Another video that we will not see in Florida.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. So before the race, Chris had been telling me, hey, you have to meet my friend Nancy. Nancy is you in like 20 some odd years. In 20 years, you're Nancy. I was like, okay. It's like, Then we leave packet pickup area and, get ready to go to bed. And he's like, dang, I wish you'd met Nancy. I couldn't find her. And I was like, okay. Well, he was like, I wonder if I can see Nancy. Even that morning, he was like, you need to meet Nancy. I need to find Nancy so you can meet her. So about 20 miles into the race, I've been trying to talk to people because I like talking to people. And a lot of these people weren't very chatty. So, okay. So then once we get to a certain point, there starts to get a little bit of a chat, and I'm chatting with this lady, and I'm saying like all these things. And then she's saying like, oh yeah, I've done this and this. I'm like, oh, do you I'm here with my friend Chris. And she's like, oh yeah, wait, who else do you know that I know? And so we're talking, I'm like, she asked me, she's like, what's your name? I'm like, Shae. I'm like, what's your name? She's like, I'm Nancy. So this person
That's so funny.
that I was supposed to meet, I finally met up with her. So it was
20
really
miles
cool.
into the
Yeah,
course.
20 miles
Yeah.
into the race.
So we spent the next 10 miles together, and then she was going to take like a 20-30 minute break at the start finish before going back out. And I was like, I don't want to, I'll just get cold. I just need to keep going.
Yeah,
And
because it was like 20 degrees.
it was like in the 30s. Yeah. Low 30s. It was so freaking cold.
I would die.
I'm so tired.
It was so bad. So then I went back out, and unfortunately, I usually make sure when I get my bags filled, I always fill my bladders and everything. But one of the volunteers, he's like, oh yeah, let me take it. And I was like, all right. He's like, what do you want in there? I said, water. And so, he fills up my pack. I put it, fills up my bladder. I put on my pack, and then I start going. And I'm probably about a half mile, and I'm like, that's not water. That's not water. It was tailwind. It was so I had a
Whole
bladder full of tailwind. Yes. And so I was still 5 miles to the next aid station, but I'm going through all these climbs. There's no way I'm not drinking water just because it's the most disgusting thing on the planet. And so I'm, and it's kind of watered down because I still had a third of my bladder was still full of water. So it's kind of watered down, absolutely disgusting. And immediately, probably within 20 minutes, my stomach starts to hurt because it's just like tailwind was just ripping me up. It was horrible. So I did end up having to, I had to end up taking a couple side trails.
You poop on a trail?
Yes.
Nice.
But side trail, on the side trail.
Yeah, on the side trail.
But then I covered it with a bunch of rocks because
She made a poop Karen.
Did you
Yes, a
carry,
poop-
you didn't
poop Karen.
carry it out with you?
I did not. No.
No trace left
Don't
behind.
take her
Shae.
backpacking.
Yeah, don't pull up a big pile of rocks. I don't know which rocks they're going to be because there's rocks everywhere. But I'm like, let me just put a bunch of rocks here, and nobody, because I'm like usually like, let me cover it with
To make
weeds
like a
and dirt.
little stick cross to like stick next to it.
Keep away.
It's like a Western movie. Look out for the old stick crosses.
Do-do, wow, wow,
Wow.
What else you got on that list?
Okay,
You got a whole novel.
I
on
do.
this
I
list.
do have a bunch of things, but it's just stuff I didn't want to forget.
Yeah, you did good. Proud of you.
So Nancy, I was getting into aid station 2, and it was like the one spot where it was like runnable.
Yeah.
And so I could just kind of just go forward, and it was, forward, uphill, runnable, and I was tired. I had got hit with the sleepies real bad. I'm guessing it's because it was not as technical. I think is like really the only reason is because it just wasn't technical, so I didn't have to engage my brain, and so I start like swaying and bobbing and falling asleep on my feet until I finally get to the aid station, and I get some broth, or I get some noodles, I get some coffee, and then Nancy shows up. And I was like, oh, thank freaking goodness. So she's like, oh, you waited for me. And it was like, it just so happened to be that I got there and was getting brought back to life, and then she showed up. So then we got to spend the entire rest of the race together.
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
You made a friend.
Yeah, so we got to hang out for the rest of the race, and it was really good because she's got a good pace, and we were just like chugging along. And it's funny because I was like, I was going so speedy in the first half, and then I looked at my splits, and my fastest mile was like a 14:30. And it's like, and I was so proud of that one really fast mile, but it was because it was just so much climbing and so technical out there. Yes.
You did good.
And then I have
That's
one,
unreal. That's unreal, though.
I have one last story, and I wanted to get you guys' take on it. So
You got more stories than that.
this is it. This is the only thing, and I'll stop like boring you guys with my story.
You're not boring us. I want to hear
so-
more about it. What is this story? What's this one?
This is another note. I felt that I had no business being out there
Why?
because
Did you have imposter syndrome?
yes. Well, no, I just felt completely inadequate to be able to be at this race. Like I was like, I feel so out of shape. I'm just, crap. Still getting over COVID because like my runs the week before, I still have like a really high heart rate when I was doing my runs. So I was like, oh, that's weird.
That's just COVID
And
stuff.
then, and just like not really having any like feeling like I had any appreciable training under my belt, and then like no hill climbing.
Well,
or
I can
that.
fully empathize with you.
I know. That's
Brian has something to say.
Well, he pointed it out. I wasn't going to bring it up. You saw he pointed it out on my list.
Go ahead, Brian.
I get it, right? We've all had races like that. We've all had days like that. The most ironic thing about you saying that you had no business being out there is that if you look at your body of work over the last, let's just say even the last 3 years, you probably have accomplished more than anybody else that was out there. So if there is anybody who absolutely deserved to be there, it's you. And let's not get caught up in the fact that maybe you didn't run the race in 11 hours or whatever, but let's just think about what you have accomplished over the last couple of years. You are the one that belongs there, and there are maybe other people who did not belong there. Yeah. So when we have those bad days, totally normal. Just think about what you have accomplished.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
See, that's why Brian's a coach.
I wasn't bringing it up on purpose because I'm like, well, now I have no business to say that.
Brian's going to yell at me if I do.
I mean, we all have our feelings, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I empathize a little bit because I feel like I'm completely unprepared for the race that I'm coming into the next weekend. But you know what? I don't care either. I'm just going to go and do it and have fun and just get what I can out of it.
Yeah.
If it just ends up being another race where I get to run overnight because I need more overnight runs, then that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll at least get that out of it.
Like I knew, here's the thing. I had plenty of time. It's 25 hours.
Well, I tell you what, there was a lot of anxiety in Florida over this race for you because we all could not.
We couldn't get a
talk to
fucking hold of you.
No. So there is literally zero cell signal. It took 20 miles from the camp itself before I actually had cell signal.
Yeah.
They had Starlink, and so there's Wi-Fi up like right near the start finish. But of course, like as soon as I finished the race, there is no way I'm staying for even a second and starting to get cold.
We knew you were done, and 7 or 8 hours later, we still
got a
hadn't
message
heard
from
from
you.
you.
Yeah.
Do you think she died,
It was a
Joe?
great feeling, right?
I finished
was so
the race.
worried.
I went back to the RV. I pissed everywhere, and then I went to sleep.
And then got up and pissed everywhere else.
Yeah.
All of our friends were asking you, how's Shae doing? What's
I don't
like? Kevin's like, here's the tracker. You got the same information
I don't
we
know.
have.
No
every
idea.
25K.
I just did not have no signal, and then like I could have gone into the pavilion before we left the camp, but I was in such a hurry because I almost missed my flight back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a bad day.
Yeah.
And we knew you were going to be tired.
Yeah.
You know, we knew this was a tough race, and,
Yeah.
we knew that you did all this traveling in a short period of time to do a tough race. So we knew you were going to be exhausted.
I didn't have any doubts that you weren't going to finish, though. We knew you were going to kick ass. And take
Oh, I had no doubts either, even if I was over the cutoff. I wasn't going to be. And I think too, I know I could have pushed myself harder. Like I
that's
always
all-
know
we
that.
always reflection back, though,
well,
right?
I mean, even in the moment, I'm like, I bet I could run and get this. But I was like hanging out with Nancy. So I'm like, I have no desire to just go be by myself and push myself harder.
No.
When I could be having a better time hanging out with somebody who has done similar races to me, has like same outlook as me. Like it was a really fun time that we're just chit chatting for 30 some
Yeah.
odd
It's not every day we
That
get to look
makes
at
it
a future
better.
machine and see what we're going to look like.
Well,
Oh my
in
gosh,
years.
she is ridiculous. Her running is crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
That sounds like Shae.
someone we know.
That's wild.
But there was something funny. I'm gonna get you guys' judgment on it because I think the guy was trying to be funny, but I don't think he was funny. I think he was rude.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So we're running. It's 2 a.m. whatever. It's in the middle of the night, and so Nancy and I are just chatting. And so she says, so then, and the guy says, so then I'm passing you guys on your left, and like runs past us.
Oh. I
I'm
mean,
like, I think maybe he thought he was trying to be funny.
Sounds like it.
did she say so then a lot?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I think he was just being on the cuff funny.
He was tried. I give him an
I think it was
effort.
tried.
So he
Yeah.
cried.
I think it was an
okay.
E for effort.
Yeah.
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 Usually, like it's like, hey, can I pass you guys? But it's like, so then I'm passing you guys on your left.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think he was.
Approximately what mile was this?
Probably about mile 50-ish.
And it's 2:00 in the
Oh, yeah. He's
morning.
just trying to be funny. It's not like he's in the
Yeah.
traffic jam and he's trying to get around you.
Yeah.
So,
He's probably tired.
And, here's the thing. You're probably overly...
I actually wasn't that bad.
okay.
Yeah.
I was
All
going
I'm
to
gonna
say overly
say
in
is
touch with your
that-
emotion regarding that moment.
Yeah.
Shae, if you and I were running together, we would have spent 10 miles talking about what a fuck that guy was. At that point in the race, that would have infuriated me.
Right. then I'm passing you on your left.
100%.
but see, it's that far into the race, I would have been the guy that was doing the infuriating because I would have said something stupid off the cuff like that. So,
That's why you have a goddamn jump button.
So
Yeah.
I did have a moment where I knew I was grumpy and I needed to eat. And it was like, there's no like better way to describe like how you feel when you're kind of bonky and you really need to eat, because I'm coming up to this aid station and I hear these people cheering and they're like, yay, go runners. I'm like, these motherfuckers are trying to cheer me on. How dare they? How dare they cheer me on and tell me I look good? These jerks. And so then I'm just like, thanks, guys. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to eat so bad.
so
That's so funny.
So we're at Disney, and Kevin was nice enough to ride with me to keep me company because Stacey didn't know I was going to go and meet her at the finish line, and a few people knew I was planning on going. It was really frustrating trying to figure out by the way the logistics of getting in that place
Oh, yeah.
because
It was a
someone
mess.
said here's find the little map that shows the road closures, and then I'm like. It's a list of every road in Disney that's closed. I don't know every road in Disney. How am I supposed to navigate to this finish line following this stupid map? I mean, like, luckily we got there and was able to just follow signs that took us right into it. It wasn't bad at all. But Kevin kept me company. It was really nice to have him there with me. And I knew I was going to be waiting around for a while, waiting on Stacey. And it just so happened that, they offered us dinner to come out and eat dinner, and you got your flight changed. And we're like, dude, we're already right here in Orlando. Shae's going to be really tired.
We thought we were going to be wrecked. She's like, she's going to drive home wrecked.
Yeah, she just finished this 100K where she's up all night.
Yeah.
Then she's flying home immediately and then driving herself home from Orlando. That's no good.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, let's stick around and you can surpase her at the airport and then you can drive her home.
Yeah.
Was you surprised to see Kevin?
Oh, yeah. So
Hold on, there's a story.
So I'm walking through the airport and I'm just, on my phone. And all of a sudden there's somebody that's like standing way too close to me. And I'm just like, what this fucker doing? I'm like trying to walk a little faster. And there's this person. I'm like, oh, like I was about to ruin this person next to me's life. They were right there next to me.
And it was Kevin.
It was Kevin. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, why are you here? What happened?
Let's go. Joe dropped me off. That's funny.
It was amazing.
That's pretty good.
So, and I imagine you were probably appreciative you didn't have to drive home.
No, she still
I
drove.
drove.
Home. You still drove?
Yes, of course I drove.
She ran all night, flew all day, drove home that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least we chit chatted, but it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
she wanted to drive. She's like, you're not driving my car. I've seen the way you drive your truck. Come on.
I enjoy driving. I slept the entire plane ride.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So each of you give us one thing that you think was the highlight of your race?
Stacey, go first. Highlight of your race.
What was the highlight of your race weekend?
Highlight of my race weekend. Seeing you at the finish.
Okay, let's go.
That's nice.
Was you running? Where's the finish? Where's the finish?
No.
She's like, I know where that fucking thing is. It's right over there. What about you, Brian? What was your highlight?
Thinking about the marathon specifically, I'm getting more and more comfortable with kind of, Shae, like you were just talking about, and Joe, you said it early on, like, I'm not here for a fast time, I'm here for a good time. And like having that realization that like the time in the marathon is not a time that I personally would normally be like proud of, but I had fun, you know what I mean? And like, and with all of the shit going on before the race and everything else, like Shae, you're kind of describing something that I'm feeling in myself where you're getting past the point of giving a shit about how long it takes you to do a race. And that is like, it's kind of like the next level of maturing as a runner, right? Is suddenly the time, the pace is much less important. And the marathon at Disney was the first time where I've kind of started to feel that like, I don't really give a shit anymore. I don't care that it wasn't a 3:20 or a 3:30 or whatever, because that's what I was capable of doing that day. And, like that was a good feeling looking back on it. Like, all right, maybe we're making some progress on like not worrying so much about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Shae?
I think my highlight of the race was so when my legs were gassed at mile 7. No joke. I was literally like, how am I going to be able to do this again? And then I felt like I got better at the climbs in the second loop.
Oh.
Maybe because I couldn't see the tops of them. I think that's also what it is. Because it was dark and I couldn't see the tops of the climb. So I just had to keep going.
Just keep going.
But
Keep going.
I was very proud that I did this very hard race because everybody I talked to said this is the hardest Bandera that they've had. It's an extremely difficult course. A lot of people DNF, drop down after the first loop because you do have that option.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of myself.
Well, you should be. We're proud of you as well.
And no blisters.
Hey.
Yeah, no blisters. That's what I'm talking about.
I do have a moment this weekend that I cherish, very, very dear to me. Stacey and his friend Lisa, which has been on the pod before, she runs with a disability, right? We talked about that on the pod on her episode. She has some seizures. Well, her friend Ben was her guide, and he guided her on the thing. We all went to dinner, and Stacey had to go to the bathroom, and Joe had to go find her. And Ben looks at me and he goes, "So, this is great that you're out here doing this with your mom and your dad." And I took that to the absolute extreme, because that's what I do. I took it to the extreme, and I told the waitress I had autism, and I did, and that this was my dad and my mom, and that they're here, and I asked them if it was okay if I ordered off the adult menu. Yeah, and it was great. We had a great time, just embarrassing the shit out of Ben, calling Joe my dad.
Because then you had to be like, yeah, he's only 7 years older
I know.
than me.
Yeah, that was the great thing. Yeah, it was awesome. So, it was actually a very, very, very funny story.
It was fun. We played on it all night.
Yeah, all night long. So it was great.
Yeah, son. I love you, son.
I love you too, Dad.
Thank you, Stacey, for coming on and sharing your story.
Yep.
Brian, thank you for being the coach of coaches.
Yep.
We are always constantly pimping out your name. We had someone asking about coaches yesterday. Yeah, we were dropping your name again. So
I appreciate it.
You're doing a fantastic job with all those Florida runners.
It's like a Pokemon. You got to catch us all.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And listen, let us know when you want to come down in the spring. We would love to host you and have you hang out with us for a couple days.
There's plenty of places to stay, so don't feel obligated to add to that expense for you.
And we would love to have you here with us, and bring your kids. I love children. I'll play with the 1-year-old, no problem. I'll play Pawpaw.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He'll be fascinated by the beard.
Oh yeah.
He is very, very intrigued by beards, so that'll go over well.
Awesome.
I love it.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and our website, www.where'sthefinishpodcast.com. We're very excited. We've got so many fun things coming up. Joe is working on our awesome t-shirt designs and our merch stuff. We've got some giveaways coming up as well, so we keep an eye out for those. Of course, we've got the races coming up. We've got Painted Horse, Swan Song. There's not very many spaces left in that, and I think Joe, you're sold out for.
Yeah, mine's sold out in 24 hours.
Yeah, you're sold out. So
stay tuned for more.
I was gonna say, we've got so much fun stuff coming up. Our 1 year is getting very close.
That's wild.
That's gonna be great. So we're gonna see you out on the trail.
Let's go. Fucking doing 100 on Saturday. I guess he's gonna be a crying little bitch on Saturday.
I won't be a crying bitch. I don't even know that I'll get to 100, but I'm running the race.
We'll fucking see. I'll push you down too while we're out there.
It won't be hard. All right, you want to get this rodeo going?
Yeah.